Hello everyone, it's your boy, Beacon Effects. Welcome back to another Minecraft video on the G1gaCraft server. So, last episode we built this big, this big mega beacon. And, yeah, not gonna lie, it's cool, but it took quite the hit on the iron supply. And, yes, I have a iron farm. I built it back in episode 5. But it's not at the base. It's more of a community iron farm. And, honestly, it's not the fastest iron farm in the world. So, today I'm going to be building an iron farm over here at the base. Alright, so the first ingredient we're going to need for an iron farm is villagers. So let's head over to the village. I've already ran the breeder and gotten the villagers outside of the wall, so they're over here hanging out. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and send these guys off. Alright, so these guys are off. Now let's go find them at their destination. So I've had this rail line here run for quite some time. We're basically transporting villagers. So I have a villager over here at the potato farm. I have some villagers over at the raid farm, so I had to move to the nether. But today, we're going to need villagers for the iron farm. So, what we're going to do is we're going to pop this. They should be able to make that jump. Oh, here we go. Alright, and then I'm going to close it up really fast. So now we have them here. They have some chicken friends. Very cool. Okay, so the next ingredient for an iron farm is going to be a zombie. Luckily, we have an entire house full of zombies. Fun. So, your zombie, you're gonna want to either put a name tag on him or give him some, like, armor piece. So that way he won't despawn. And, yeah. I'm actually out of name tags, which is part of the reason why we're using these zombies. Not only do they have name tags, but they also have pumpkin heads, so I'm pretty sure that means they won't despawn. Those are all Halloween zombies. Okay, so we're gonna need building blocks. We're gonna need some water sources. We're also going to need a bunch of fences, and we are going to need some signs. We are also going to come in and get a lava bucket as well, but for the time being, I don't know if I have a bucket that already has lava in it. Now, I am going to use some glass for the build, of course. And, of course, this is going to be black stained glass. Speaking of, we're running rather low, I'd say, in the black dye department. We should really make a black dye farm sometime. Alright. Yeah, so now we're down to 10 left. Optionally, we may also want some soul sand and some kelp. We can actually get some bone meal if we want as well, and then we'll only need 1 kelp piece. I'm pretty sure, as of 1.16, you can actually bone meal kelp to make it grow super fast. So, let me get some bones, and I'll talk about why we may want those here in a minute. Alright, so now we need to pick a location. Location is actually very important with this farm. So, of course, we don't want it to be near any villages. Why? Well, because iron farms technically count as their own village. Because they're going to have villagers in them. So if there were other villages around, it could potentially mess up the farm. It counts as its own village, so it can't be around another village. Over here, perfect location. Preferably, you're going to probably want to put this in a part of your base that's going to be loaded often, so that way you can get your best rates. So I'm going to be putting it over here. Actually, not quite right here, but I'm going to be putting it over this little part of the lake. Because this is a pretty central part of my base. I'm over here a lot. And I actually am planning out some good builds to go over on this side of the base and over on that side of the river as well. So yeah, that'll be a good location because it's going to be loaded a lot whenever I'm at my base, so it'll constantly be making iron. And you're going to want to make sure you also have space because this is going to be in the air. One last thing I just remembered is we're also going to need beds. We're going to need 3 beds, and each of these beds are going to be for a villager. Now, if you're playing it in 1.16 or up, the villagers don't need workstations. If you're playing in 1.14 or 1.15, Y, then you will need some workstations as well. I need to grab some wood so I can craft fences and so I can craft beds. All right, so let's first start by finding our location. I'm going to build it right above this area here. So I'm going to get some blocks. These are going to be kind of temporary building blocks, and I'm going to build my way out above it about where I want, I'd say, the center to be, probably right here. All right, so I want to make sure that this farm is at least 32 blocks above the ground. Why? Well, technically that's not necessary. You only need it to be, I think, at least 10 blocks above the ground. That way the golems spawn in the spawning chamber and not on the ground. But what we want to do is we actually want to bring the iron golems out of the village range, because this farm isn't going to spawn another golem until the golem is out of the village range. So that's why we want to bring it down that amount of blocks. So I'm just going to count 32 up from the water, because this is where our collection system is going to be. One way to build it would be to have the part where you kill the golems up there. Another would be to have it down here. That's what we're going to do, because it'll make our rates faster. So I got to measure up 32 blocks, and then I'll be right back. Alright, so now I'm up to where I need to be, so I'm just going to build a little platform. Now we're going to actually start working on the farm. So this bottom part I'm going to make out of glass and some temporary blocks. Alright, so first you want to figure out what direction your farm is going to face. My farm is going to face this way. So that means there's going to be a T shape like this. This is going to be the front. So, actually, I want to plop this. I'm going to put a glass here. Now I'm going to go 1, 2, 3. Go over here. 1, 2, 3. I'm going to go over here. 1, 2, 3. Now I can actually take away these temporary blocks because they were temporary. Now I'm going to go like this. I'm going to put glass blocks right here. And one right here. Destroy that. It was temporary. Now I'm going to go ahead and go like this. And I'm just going to build walls on all of these. That way I make 4 little glass rooms. 2 of which are going to be 1 by 3, and the other is going to be 1 by 1. Now that you have that done, we're going to go up and extend all these walls up by 2. There should be a 3 high wall all around. These blocks are all actually temporary, or they're not going to be there, so I'm just going to leave it like that with these, so that way I know which ones to take away. Alright, so now the actual first part of the farm is complete, and that is the villager and zombie chambers. So what we're going to do is this middle one is going to be the zombie chamber, so we're going to go ahead and put a water source block right there. That is so that way when the zombie is in here, he won't burn up. There. Alright, so now we need to get our zombie and we need to get our villagers in there. So, how are we going to do that? Well, that's where this stuff comes in. What we're going to do is we are going to make a water elevator to bring them all the way up. What I'm going to want to do is find an area, and I'm going to tower, and I'm going to go like this. This middle tower is going to be temporary. I'm going to dig it out. Go like this until I am at the height of my farm. Alright, now real quickly while I finish this up, let me do a little disclaimer that this only works on the Java edition. This does not work on Bedrock edition. Iron golems over there spawn differently. Well, alright, now that we're all the way up, we are going to actually go ahead and make a platform like this. Remember which one is your center. I'm going to go ahead and mark it like that. We're going to make a platform where we can be safe and where our villagers can be safe. We don't want them falling off. I'm actually going to go ahead and close up that as well so no one can fall through there. Now, I'm going to find my center, which is right here. I'm going to dig all the way down. Alright, and then I'm going to make a little exit. Now, we're going to take a bucket of water and come up here. If we can't make the landing. Fuck. Alright, we're going to put the water here. And we're going to swim down with it. So there is flowing water all the way down. So now, we're going to go ahead and we're going to take our kelp and we're going to put it here. I'm going to get my bone meal. And I'm going to just bone meal this kelp. Or you can just place kelp on top. But I'm going to bone meal it. I ran out of bone meal. Alright, now we're going to go ahead and this dirt block here, we are going to go ahead and break it. And we're going to replace that with this. So now, it'll be a bubble column. So this will make it super duper easy to get our villagers up here. I'm going to go ahead and make a crafting bench. Set it up here as well. Also, what I'm going to do is I'm going to make a villager workstation. So the villagers don't need to work to make the iron golems, but you can use workstations to bait villagers into places, aka these chambers here. So what I'm gonna do is I am just gonna make something easy. So I'm just gonna make some slabs and I'm gonna make a composter there. So I can use this composter to bait villagers to move villagers into where I want them at. Alright, so we might actually be able to get them into the water stream with that. Now, what I do want to do is, because there's some chickens in here, I don't want these chickens trying to, like, move these guys over to the side. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to press F3 and B, so that way I can see hitboxes, and I'm going to try and hit the chicken's hitbox. This way I can hit the chicken without hitting the villager, because I have strength 2 right now, and I don't feel like killing this villager. There we go. Alright. Amazing. So now, what we're going to do is going to quickly do a switcheroo. Send these guys down the line. Actually see if... Oh, yes. Okay. It works perfectly. It works perfectly. So we can press F3 and B. Get rid of that. So now, if we go up there, you can see they're all right here. He even managed to get out of his minecart somehow. So we're gonna actually press F3 and B again, and so we can hit just these boats. Okay, well, that villager just went there. That's fine, that's fine. We can quickly go ahead and put this composter down into here. Now, one of these guys, there we go. He's going to jump down in because he wants to be a farmer now. So we're going to actually go ahead and close this up. And, yeah, sorry, bud, but I actually kind of need that composter back. So I'm going to be very quick. And I'm going to cover that up. Sorry, man. Sorry, man. These guys are going to need beds because no sleep, no iron golems. Want it like that. So that way the foot of the bed is facing towards the middle area. You are going to want all of them at least once to sleep in their bed before you want the farm to start working. Alright, now we don't want to hurt this zombie. F3B. Tricky. Let me use a pickaxe. Perfect. Alright. So now, we are going to stand over here. Big brain would be to craft a trapdoor. And trick him. Let's stand... okay. Hey. Okay. Craft some trapdoors because they'll see it as a walkable block. Put it right here and open it up. Now I need to eat some. Oh, he fell in it perfectly. So the water is there to prevent him from toasting up in the sun. But like in my case, he's got a pumpkin helmet. But I'm gonna do that anyway, just because. He's also got a name tag. A name tag or a held item or an armor piece is what you need to prevent him from despawning, and that is going to definitely be essential. You don't want this guy despawning, or else the farm doesn't work anymore at that point. All right, so I can take away these corners because those are temporary. Now, once I take away these here, then the farm will start actually spawning iron golems. Now, I don't have a proper spawning space built yet, so I don't really want to do that. Did this dude... Mans are breaking my doors. Now, at this point, we actually don't need this water elevator anymore. Now, I'm going to keep it just because, A, it makes it a lot easier for me to get up, and B, just in case something happens and I need to get somebody new. Alright, so now let's get some blocks we're actually going to build with. So I'm going to use probably this, and I'm going to make a bunch of stone bricks. I'm going to mix in stone bricks along with like cobblestone and some regular stone as well. I have some blackstone, and I may use it a little bit, but I'm not sure. Alright. So first, what we're going to do is we are going to make a platform that reaches all the way, covering the entirety of the farm. So, we don't need those. All the way like this. Perfect. Now, of course, we're going to go ahead and fill it in. You can make this out of whatever blocks that you want. I am going to, of course, try and make it look good because your boy's got to have them good-looking builds. Actually, I think I want this to be mostly stone bricks, so I'm going to fill it in with stone bricks and then add in my other blocks in a minute. Now, this iron farm, I should mention, is not my original design. It is actually an original design by Waddles, but I figure he probably wouldn't mind if I made it, considering he shows it off in his series where he makes basically a tutorial let's play, so I think he's probably fine with people using it, especially since I'm not claiming it as my own. I do have a tutorial on my channel where I make this farm, and I had some people in the comments being like, hey, that's not yours, that's Waddle's farm. And I was like, yeah, that's why I said this isn't my design, and that's why I tagged him, that's why I put his video in the description. But anyway, just making that as clear as I can, as clear as glass. So, now, from here, we're going to count over 3. 1, 2, 3. And then we're going to go up, and we are going to double layer this whole part here. So, it is going to be basically a second platform, but it's going to be 1 block upwards. And technically, you can just make this platform and then make this platform separate. But I'm not going to be doing that today. I'm going to be making them connected, but it shouldn't matter either way. Alright, so now we have these here. Now, what we're going to actually do is we're going to go over here, and we are going to make some stone brick stairs. Now, of course, where is my my stone cutter? Why am I being so wasteful? Well, actually, that's a good question. I am not sure why I didn't bring a stone cutter with me, but apparently I didn't. So, next, now we're going to actually want some fences. So, I'm going to craft up a bunch of fences. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to go like that. Pop out this, and we are going to boop, 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 boop. Just like that. We're going to go here. We're going to get one there. So that way, we basically have the edges covered up. Once we get to here, we are going to that. Only here because it won't connect to the stair. Now, when you get to this point, you need to decide. Do I want my golems pouring off over here? Or do I want them pouring off over here? Now, I'm actually not sure. What I am sure of is that it's nighttime and I want to sleep. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. Okay, so what you want to do is you want to choose a side for your golems to drop onto. Whatever side they're going to drop off of, I'm going to drop them off of this side. Whatever side they're not going to drop off of, you need to go ahead and bring your fences around the backside and around like this. Oh, I just realized something tragic. Oh, no, 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 no. Ah, your boy is building this wrong. I just realized something. The end of the farm is right here. Oh no. A temporary platform messed me up. How dare you, temporary platform? I thought we were friends. Betrayed me. Now, what we want to do is we want to get our crafting bench. And we want to actually get some more sticks. Because we want to make signs now. 9 signs probably be enough. What we want to do is we want to put a sign here, sign here, sign here. Now we're going to want to get our water. Actually, we can go ahead and put it in our water. And I'm going to need 2 buckets of water. Alright, so what we want to do is we want to put a water source. And if we put another one right next to it, then we can create an infinite water source. And we want to have our water flow like that. Now it should be like this. We want to put water really just right here. So it should flow like that. Now it's time to start on the collection system. So what I'm going to do, and this isn't entirely necessary, is I'm going to go up here. I'm going to go like this, that. I'm going to go like this, just because, not that the iron golems are going to be flying all over, but I don't want to risk it. Also, just for the aesthetic purposes, this isn't going to really affect the farm. Just for aesthetic purposes, I'm going to continue this fence all the way. Alright, so I'm going to continue it like that. That looks pretty good. So now, technically, I can start spawning the golems, but I want to get my collection system in first. So, at this base level here, at that bottom block, that's where I want to start making my collection system. This part here, I am going to actually go ahead and tear down the whole thing. All right, so right here is directly underneath of that drop-off area. This is just a service area so I can get over there, so I can pop out those stone blocks, because once those are gone and the villagers can see that zombie, they're going to start making golems. So what I actually want to do is, because I'm right in this river and I kind of want to level it with the water, I'm going to go like that. Now I'm going to go like this and like that. All right, so now I made this, I guess this little hole in the thing. So if we move upwards, we have this. We have a hole. This is deeper than it's going to need to be. Okay, so for the collection system, we're going to want this square here that we just built. Basically, we're going to put water in these corners. It's going to flow into the middle. So first, what we're going to want to do is get some signs. And we're going to want to put one here. And then on top of the sign, we're going to go like that. Now, this sign, we're going to go here, here, like that. Like that. And I'm going to need to craft some more signs. All right, and then we're going to put a sign right here. Sign right here. Sign right here. And that's all the signs. And now we can put our lava bucket right here. Hop down in really fast. Try not to toast up. Alright. So what we need is we need a room for the collection area to be. So until I can actually work out an area, I'm going to just do this. So what we want to do is we want to get a chest. We're going to just put the chest like this for now. We're going to go like that. We're going to put the hopper into the chest. 2 hoppers. And so then we're just going to have hoppers going into each other. Going into each other. All leading to there. So now if we toss anything in, to any of the hoppers, they all come back. Perfect. So the iron golem will stand here. His head will be in the lava. He'll toast up, but his feet will be down here, so all of his drops will go into that. Fancy. I will definitely have a much nicer way to get those in the next episode. But we're already getting... It's already getting pretty long. So we're just going to finish up the farm very quickly. By the way, the farm is pretty much done. And because our villagers have slept before... then it should start working automatically. So I gotta get up here. First off, this platform here is meant to be temporary, but I need to get around to that side of it. So, okay, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go here, here, and here. And now the villagers should start panicking. Which is perfect. That's what we want. And there's an iron golem. Fantastic. That means it's working. So let's see if I can't tower up and break all those kind of extra pieces. Now, one last thing. Turns out, Lord Gigabyte, another member of the server, is also planning on making an iron farm here very soon. Oh, look, there's another iron golem. Now, his iron farm is going to be working off slightly different golem spawning mechanics. And I'm actually, he brought me over into a test world to show me the design he's using, the design that he found, and it actually looks pretty crazy. So what we're gonna do is he's gonna build his. I definitely recommend you watch that video when it comes out, and me and him are actually gonna have an iron farm off. Let's see whose iron farm works better. Let's see. We already have collected 8 iron. Yeah. Pretty confident I know who's going to be the winning iron farm. But you never know. His was actually working fantastically. Oh, and there's a third one. Nice. I love this. I love this thing. So, yep. In between episodes, I'm going to fix that up. You may have noticed this is at the beginning of the week. And yeah. That's because I plan on doing 2 GigaCraft videos this week. Yeah, I know. Who am I? I don't know. Plan on doing 2 GigaCraft videos this week. This one here on Tuesday. One on Friday as well. So yeah, if you guys like me posting these more often, make sure you drop that down in the comments below. While you're down there, make sure you go ahead and leave a like. Hit that subscribe button. Check out my description for cool links like my Twitter, my Instagram, my donation link, and my merch page. Make sure you go check those out. And yep, this is Lord Bud, and until next time, stay cool, gamers. That's it for me. Goodbye, everybody.